venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at this. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On the carry, it's Logan. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, this defense for the Ravens, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Brady's throw there complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. But defensively here, Charles, I'd have to imagine coming up with a game plan to stop Tom Brady. Many have tried, few have succeeded. But what do you see as their best course of action?
Well, besides stating the obvious, which is having great guys who can cover, and we know how difficult that is in the NFL, I say it's inside pressure. The guy's up the middle in his face because he's not the type of athlete who can get out to the perimeter and hurt you. He likes to step up in the pocket and throw downfield. If you have a couple of good pass rushers right in his face, right in his grill, that's your best chance to slow him down.
From midfield, here's Brady. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Brady. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. To throw is Brady. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Tyus Bowser in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. First down and more for Jackson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Play fake. Here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Dobbins, and they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should... Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Brady. It's caught on the right side at Smith. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, One thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Patrick Queen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Bears 0.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Good positioning, and it's picked off.
And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Off the play fake. Jackson. Flush to his right.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Dobbins running out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Tucker's kick is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return, as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 29, Brady. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Brady to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try.
He's got a man complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson. Escaping the and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
There is nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Brady's throw there taken in by Smith.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Brady now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Again, it's Brady. He finds his man complete. It's Logan. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They run the counter. Logan. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, Alabama.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. He finds his man complete. That's Logan. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, it's Brady. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. They'll run on first down. Herbert, space to run past the 20. And all the way down to the 5.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. They run again with Logan. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So now it's third and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone.
It's now third and goal.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. Let me go. Switch. Come on, switch.
Throwing now is Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. T.J. Logan. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bears are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Brady's going to look to throw. And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game.
Now a hit and a loose football. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 46. Sliding out of the pocket. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Forced out to his left. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Dobbins. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Edwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1 yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fair catch called for and collected right at the... The 10-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he is finally out of bounds across midfield at the 40-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He finds his man, complete. That's Logan. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Ravens' 21-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. And he has the 1st down as he's able to reach the ball forward and get past the line to gain.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 10-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Logan. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Buying time to his left. Touchdown, Bears! T.J. Logan, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Brady will look to throw for it. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They'll look to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
It's not that often you see a 2-point try from that distance, and of course it's not that often that it's successful, and it wasn't there.
And who added all this thinking to the game, right? Because now you've got so much extra to consider. The penalty happens. Do you go for 2 from that spot now after the penalty? Or do you say, we're going to kick it, which means they have to administer the penalty from the 20,
you would have been
from the
pushed
15.
back further. Yep.
Now you're back further. Can you make that one? It's a lot of extra stuff on what used to be a routine play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. It got his man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd and 10. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Ravens 38, Bears 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Hey, check it. Watch the safety creep. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hit. Watch me hit.
On 1st down, Logan. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Hey, ball 66.
Now Brady. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Hey, check it. Sugar.
Brady going to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Baltimore, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action.